Hello, everyone, and welcome in to our Witcher game, our Witcher campaign, Witcher Last Light. I am your game master for tonight's Chronicle campaign. I'll never get this right. Gilbert Ramos, aka Ramos the Nomad, on all the social media. I have no announcements and no further reason to delay, so let's go ahead and jump right into it and meet our heroes. Treason? No, that's not the right game. Our heroes! These are heroes, goddammit. Let's go jump over to my very far left and begin with Nyoka.
What's up, everybody? I am Edge or Edge the Nomad or Edge Survival. I do like HR stuff here at the RollingNomads, and today I will be playing Nyoka, your Viper Witcher.
Indeed. Always a pleasure. Thank you for being here. Going over to my immediate left on my screen. Let's go, Cersei.
Hi, I'm Luna, or Druid by Night. You can find me at Druid by Night on most social media platforms, including on Twitch where I stream. But for this game, for this time zone, I will be playing Cersei Aveline, Sorceress.
Indeed you will. Thank you so much for being here. Always a pleasure. Going down to my bottom left on my screen, let's go into Visha.
Hello everyone. I am the Rissa Rave, and this time zone I will be playing Visha Kamari, the alchemist.
Bitch was crazy since lost days. Thank you so much for being here. Always a pleasure. And last but certainly not least, Kuro.
Again, everybody, I'm Warren, found everywhere at the Demons Within, and I will be playing Kura, the Witcher of the Griffin School. And I wish you could see what happens behind the screens before we load in.
Well, they get a little taste with our behind the scenes, behind the scenes clips. But that's for later. For now, let's go ahead and jump right into today's episode of Witcher Last Light. We begin each episode, as we always do, with a recap. Now, begrudgingly, we have a volunteer.
Hi guys. So last we left off, we were in Visha's tower, and there were some demon things that popped off. Some knowledge that was offered so long as we were willing to do an uncontrolled summoning ritual. We didn't do it. And we headed off as a group to try and gain more allies against the dragon. And in getting to this place, we know that these are salt of the earth people, hardworking people, and warriors. Trying to convince their royalty to help us out may be a challenge, but we are up to it. So we spent the night in the woods and then proceeded into the city, where Nyoka decided to remain in the wagon, and Visha, Kura, and Cersei decided to wait in line to be heard by the Duke. Is that the proper title? The ruling house here. And yeah, that's where we're at. That's what we're going to be doing, and hopefully this goes well.
Incredibly well done. Detailed, succinct, to the point. I mean, it sounds like all the qualifications for a consistent chronicler throughout the entire season. Maybe we'll talk about that. And by talking about that, I'll get yelled at. So let's go ahead and jump into today's episode. With that being said, that's where we pick up right where we left off, with our party minus Nyoka, who is still in the cart, making their way. They had waited in the line of petitioners, speaking with the Duke Waldrick of Gamera, and are now at the front of the line. What you all see is a relatively younger man. Not quite middle-aged. He has long hair that is cut back into placed on a simple circlet of leather and what looks like some sort of root tied into this circlet. Very much akin, looks like a crown, though no one would dare with the Emperor Emir ruling over all of Nilfgaard. He wears a cloak of furs and just simple noble attire in blues and greens. He sits on a lavish wooden chair, intricately carved. Along the base you can see scenes of battle and scenes of combat. He sits with a sword leaning at his side of the chair, kind of haphazardly in its scabbard. He rests and he gestures you all forward. Multiple rings on his fingers shine in the light. And you can see again along the sides, as we previously described, are the lords and ladies of this court. The invitations received from the Duke long ago, and the court presides, listening to the rest of the petitioners as well. Some may chime in here and there, others may just remain and keep quiet, listening to the decrees of the Duke. But here you stand. You are gestured forward by Duke Wodrick of Gamera.
Quick question. Would it have been possible to bring a bottle of wine in my bag?
Absolutely.
With being gestured forward, Cersei will kind of quickly glance to her two companions before taking a step forward, curtsying, with her skirts kind of spilling to the side of her feet, and she says, "It's afternoon or morning at this point?"
To be cresting into afternoon, it wouldn't be a faux pas to say good morning.
She says, "Good morning, Duke Wodrick. My name is Cersei Aveline. I appreciate you taking the time to speak with me and my companions today."
There are many in line behind you that I have yet to speak with. The courtesy is appreciated. You are welcome here. You may speak your grievance.
Less a grievance, more... Firstly, a warning. We come bearing news that there is a active dragon roaming the region of Nilfgaard, roaming not too far away from your duchy as it stands.
A dragon, you say?
Black of scale and wing, yes.
There's a murmur along the nobles, and there's pointing, I don't think it's without... goes over the three of your heads that some of these nobles recognize Visha and Kura. And Wodrick looks to you, Cersei, and says, "This is not the first I've heard of this."
No, however, it is now active and outside of its lair, so I feel it worth bringing up again.
When last this was brought to my attention, I dismissed, I believe, your companions. They had no proof, and they asked me to march to a war that didn't exist.
Well, today I ask not for blind faith or for gathering forces for a fight against the dragon, at least not right away. There have been whispers along the countryside, from the common folk to the hunters, and she's just going to say something. If I have to roll deceit, then I have to roll deceit. To the guardsmen, to even some aristocrats, noting that the sky is covered by a large shadow.
No roll required just yet, Cersei. Ponders, and you can hear the whispers. Three of you, he assesses. He strains himself in his chair, kind of leaning in. And what have these other nobles said to you? Have they agreed? Go off on your plight?
We've asked not other nobles. It's simply a fact that the dragon has been sighted, and we intend to deal with the matter first through... she kind of thinks for a moment. We intend to deal with the matter in our own way. But should it come to blows, we wish for reinforcements is all.
You intend to deal with this creature yourself. It does exist. Stories of dragons. Forgive me for saying I don't see how 3 women could survive such a beast.
Well, as you last spoke with my 2 companions, it is my understanding that you know there are witchers in this party. Witchers, famed monster hunters, known for dealing with problems both with sword and sorcery.
Known to be a dying breed. For folly such as these.
Better to die a monster slayer than letting the monster slay people, no?
You'd have to ask the victims of the monster after they failed. What they think.
Be that as it may, the dragon will be dealt with. This is simply a courtesy to you and to your people. But I don't come empty-handed. And I don't come with a warning and a completely selfless act.
I anticipated. You said you wanted reinforcements.
Yes. There is no guarantee that your men will die fighting a dragon. It is simply a request to have them on standby.
Standby. Tell me, where is this beast located? What rumors? Where does he sleep? Where does he lie his head?
North of here, the closest northern mountains is where its lair lies.
All the more curious that I haven't seen it myself.
It has been seen around Ebbing, but no doubt it will extend its wings towards here soon enough.
What reason do you have to think that?
You have reason to believe it is hunting.
And you would have my men march with you.
When the time comes, yes.
He doesn't speak for a moment, Cersei. Pauses, contemplating. He's hearing you. And Visha Akura, this is how it was last time. He weighed things. Weighed the words and tactics. Someone interrupts from the sidelines. A noble speaks up. You would have the Gamaran soldiers halt their march north. There is a real conflict, my lord, taking place further north. This sounds like a delay. This sounds like a stop in our march. Our loyalties to Nilfgaard will be questioned.
Perhaps you should ask your soldiers if they have seen this dragon, since they are already out there. Because I have.
The word of a common soldier is trepidatious at best, Witcher. I would hope that you understand the stories that go on around the campfires.
All stories are based in some form of reality, but regardless of stories, I am not asking for the entirety of your army. That would simply just not work, given the war looming.
Another noble calls out, "The war does not loom in these borders. The war is north, but the war is present and here. There is no
As
looming
is the
to be
dragon.
hindered." There's a scoff.
Your soldiers head north. You send them north and they not know of the dragon? You speak of a halt. What soldiers will march north for Nilfgaard if they are all ash? This is a warning. Soldiers are at their best when they are armed well. Sometimes that includes information.
What you say is true. Tell me, if I am to indulge this request, how many would I be required to lend you in your efforts?
As Cersei does quick math in her head, I would like to ask if there a roll I can make to know what the common army is worth.
I think that this would be intelligence tactics.
It's not great. It's 13.
You wouldn't need a brigade. You wouldn't need you wouldn't really need like a full like division of an army or the soldiers they'd be sending up. Again, well, so depending on how you guys want to play this out, you can ask for a unit of soldiers from Gamera. As well, you could ask for a unit of soldiers from Matina and from the other provinces, and that would help make up the 20 plus people you might need to fight this dragon. Yeah, you really would only need a few infantrymen from Gamera, but if you're trying to pull a bulk force, more, you could pull, again, we had previously discussed how many it would take to fight this dragon. It's typically done in groups of 20 plus. So whatever they could spare would be great. If you can go in there with, 20 people from each province, all the better.
So she does this, she looks up towards the ceiling and she does quick math. And then she meets the Duke's eyes once again. And she says, a unit. Nothing too major, and perhaps equipment. Ballistas.
Men are one thing. Equipment is another. Ballistas are sent to the north in line to defend the new province of Temeria.
This I understand. Would 2 to 3 be asking for too many?
Of equipment, of ballistas, of heavy arms.
And the men to use them, yes.
There's an uproar of nobles on the sidelines. The Emperor will come down on us. Our loyalties will be questioned. We can spare no equipment. What we have is left to defend Gamera. What it can give goes to the north. Wodrick looks out the room. He speaks, says, "You hear them?"
Has it crossed anyone's mind that rather than questioning your loyalty, that defending the nation from a dragon would be rewarded?
It's hard to win a war when your land is turning to ash, yes.
My lands are not ash. I see no dragon in the sky. I have heard no rumors. We trade readily with Matina. The Nilfgaardian Empire speaks amongst itself. And I have heard no stories of ashen fields, no razed cities.
Question, GM. In this room, there are other people that are like waiting to speak with this man, yes? And they're like of the common folk, correct?
They are.
When Visha looks out at them, she's reading faces. How are they reacting? Because she knows that the common folk have been speaking of seeing a dragon.
Give me a perception roll.
Hell yeah. 21.
21. It's easy to see, Isha. There's a few of them that are... There's many of them that are just hiding their laughter. They don't take you seriously. They don't take this request seriously. They're waiting their turn, and this is what they have to wait for?
Mm-hmm.
You have to be kidding me. There are a few among them that are just quiet. Amidst the laughter, amidst the chuckles, they get their elbows bumped and a joke told to them about what they're hearing, and they don't laugh. They look on with interest, with urging.
Visha is of two minds, and I think Kura would be able to read this on her face most. There is the thought of, let them burn then. But then she looks at those faces, the ones that are taking this seriously and are desperate for help. I imagine you are a ruler who cares for his people, not just the people behind you.
Nods.
You say you have not heard of any rumors, but I see some that perhaps can tell you what they have seen, so that at least you know it isn't just us giving the warning.
He begins to speak and is cut off by another noble. It says, "No one has come before you, and the last time you were here, complaining of a dragon, asking for troops, deterring the war effort. My duke, these are spies, clearly. Arrest them now and be done with it." And Wodrick speaks up. "If any have information about this dragon to support your claim, let them speak now." The common folk don't speak up right away. So an older man steps off to the side and says, "My nephew is a soldier. He died on the way to your war, my lord. He didn't see a battlefield. He didn't die for the glory of Nilfgaard. He happened to his caravan. They said it was brigands, thieves, burglars. But I took the journey myself to see. And you're right, there are no fields in flame. But the road was dead, poisoned almost, as if acid had been poured from the sky. And my nephew is gone with no remains to bury." You can hear the whispers of the nobles discouraging this. Rumors amongst the common folk.
Cersei, she will kind of turn her head to Kura and say, "Would you like to educate them on the Black Dragon?"
Already have. The last time we were here. Warned you of its capabilities, the acid that it would spew. I warned you that it's going to lay low for now. Black dragons are lazy, normally. But it has already started moving. This is why it is different now. And for all you nobles that are standing around this room, spouting your reasons as to why you shouldn't, I will tell you now. You don't have to decide now, but if your answer is no, I will help your people. I will not help those that stand in the way of me helping their people. So don't come to me. I've given you 2 warnings now. trying to save as many as I can.
My lord, your guests come to threaten you. And a witcher no less. Is there not a decree by the Emperor himself that witchers should be brought forward to justice? A bounty on your kind, isn't there? And this
Make
grows
no
the
threats. I'm simply telling you. I'm trying to help you.
Isha looks at Roderick. She stares at him in the eyes. And there's a little smirk that almost kicks up on her face. And she says, "Do they do that to you often? Your nobles interrupt you, think for you. It's a simple matter, my lord. We come to you, yes, with warning, but we come to you with a pleading for your people, because your nobles certainly aren't looking after your people. This land has already been through enough. I know your histories. You don't need to tack on acid rain falling from the skies. But if you help us, your land remains untouched and your people alive."
Another man from the side calls out, "How dare you speak so plainly to the Duke? You claim to know our histories. You are outsiders. You are not Gamaran."
No, I'm not Gamaran. But I know you are a tough-as-nails folk. You do not die weeping and cowering. You die on your feet and you die fighting. That's really what we're asking. For you to remain on your feet.
No, you are asking for Gamaran lives. And Wodrick stands at this. Enough. He stepped down the 3 steps that separate his chair from the rest of this platform. I have heard your petition. I have heard the council. Looks at lords and ladies that litter this room. Of my court. Tell me, so that I might better be informed of my decision. I know you are witchers. What claim, what stake is it that you have in this? He looks to you, Cersei. He looks to you, Visha. You told me already that this is not altruistic. So what are you? Monster hunters? Thieves? Liars? Sell swords? Who darkens my hall that would speak of a dragon that threatens my home?
I am a proprietress of a booming business in Duchy of Toussaint. And while my warning was not completely altruistic, I say that, and I say this, clear any misconstrusions. The selfishness was asking for men and equipment. But no, this is a warning for your people and mine. I would hate to see anybody within this nation of Nilfgaard die at the claws, the fangs, or the acid of a dragon.
Isha is gonna step forward and get just near him. Like, she's not going to go right up to him, but just near him so he can really see her. I do this for family. To protect my family. Unlike Cersei or Cora, I am selfish. I will not see my family killed by a dragon.
Going to offer a roll. You've all spoken very freely here. And you've all made a case for your efforts. You may decide amongst the three of you who is going to roll persuasion. And the other two will provide a +1, so a +2 in total.
Yeah, it's gonna have to be Cersei. Because I only have a 2.
So take a +2 to this roll, Cersei.
I'll put 1 point of luck into this as well. 26.
There are whispering, harsh words that sort of whisper yell from the sidelines. Nobles don't agree with this, and this court is clearly against you. I can offer you no equipment. The stories of my people, it looks to the commoner that spoke up, coincide with yours. If this is true, I bid you to take your story to the soldiers that are going to leave today. I will offer you no men. I will offer you no supplies. But what I will do for you is give you a decree. Find among them volunteers and see if Gamerans will lay down their lives for your cause. I am already sending them to their deaths. I am already sending them to fight for a cause. I bid you to do the same. And see who will stand with you. Goes over back to his chair. And leans over the small table. Dips a feather in ink. And begins to draft a decree. A voluntary sort of draft that you might take to one of the outposts to gather soldiers yourselves. There are whispers. The nobles are still not convinced. The world is harsh. He returns to you with a rolled missive. He hasn't bothered to seal it in wax or to stamp it. But he holds it out to the three of you and says, "You are going to ask Gamerans to lay down their life for a dragon that is not even in their home. You should do it to their faces. Take those that are willing. With my blessing."
I will delicately take the missive. And while holding it and looking into his eyes, he'll say, "This is generous. Thank you. I will do just that."
This is not generous. This is just. Go. I'll see no more petitioners. We will resume in a number of hours after I've had some lunch. The rest of you may go as well. And he looks to the rest of the nobles. Sort of bow and sort of shake each other's hands and begin to disperse. The commoners are diverted into a sort of waiting space, not a hall or a room. Somewhere they might sit. Yes, Fisher, you had something.
With the nobles, how many of them are there?
This sort of space is clustered with them, so I would say not an insignificant amount. I will hesitate to give them a number. but 20 or maybe more. These are,
Mhm.
high up mucky mucks and bankers and, title holders and people that own land. It's all political nonsense.
Visha is going to remember every single one of their faces. And she takes the time to stare each and every one of them down before turning to leave with her group, giving a small bow to the Duke here.
Do this. Now, we rewind the clock. We turn back and we cast our eyes to Nyoka, who during this time has been alone. The last we left him in the wagon. Nyoka, what are you up to in this moment, while the rest of your party is entreating with the Duke?
Nyoka will be in the back of the wagon, relaxing, taking time to close his eyes.
Catching up on rest.
Yep.
Understood. Do you attempt to sleep?
Yeah, I guess I'll attempt to sleep. I'm not necessarily trying to stay awake. I'm just trying to recoup. I'm definitely not trying to fight sleep.
Understood. This takes time, several hours, while your companions are waiting in line. Yeah, life's a bitch, man. Petitioners are crazy. Several hours. So again, you fall to sleep, and here come the dreams again. Okay. It's not terrible. You're used to this. The fighting. The combat. Against these creatures from another world. All is a blur of blood and steel. His voice crests into your consciousness once more. You die by a dragon's acid. What do you think will reform?
Hopefully not you. It's a weird question to ask.
All of the effort you spent to steal what is mine. And you're going to rush into destruction and waste both of our times. You have any idea how long it will take to revitalize after you perish?
No. But it sounds like it aggravates you. So I would think you would want me to perish.
It is easier. You just give in. You can die. You can die anyway. You don't need to drag the rest of us down with you. To slog through the ages and reform. Just let go.
Do you forget what I am?
A broken man. A wayward, lost mutant. Without a school or anyone to look. No one will mourn you. So just let it go.
Oh. Have anyone mourned you? Came for you? I think I'm your only companion at this point.
You will fail this fight.
You should hope I do. They say the Witcher has yet to die of old age. And if that time comes, I can only imagine how much time we have together.
We will be separate. No. No. Get out. Get out. Wake up. Wake up. Nyoka, I would like you to roll me body and endurance, please.
17.
The consciousness of your passenger begins to be forced away and recedes. Shh, no. Leave him be. He just needs time. Isn't that right, Viper? You just need to be taught. You just need knowledge.
What is this? Is my dream still going on? Like, is this still like an active combat scene? Or am I just talking?
Fighting around you. Combat around you. Nothing is hitting you, though. Even in your dream, as you might lower your blade, they miss you.
I think with this new voice, I would begin not to go in flow, I guess, of the dream. And yeah, try to identify this difference.
All you have to do is wake up. You had that right. Just wake up and let me teach you.
Oh, this isn't me agreeing to anything, but I'll wake up.
You force yourself, and there's a small sort of nudge, a small insistence on the back, where your shoulder blades can feel a small pressure. And you awaken and you hear his voice, your passenger, scream, "No!" And you awaken, Nyoka, in the wagon. Everything is fine. Everything is normal. Nothing out of place. Save for something that has fallen off of a shelf. There's no wind in here. A rolled up piece of parchment, a scroll, has no reason to clatter to the ground, and yet here it is, tied up in twine.
I imagine I'm able to deduce that this is book fuckery.
Given on what you experienced last night, I don't think it's without cause.
I'll pick up the parchment. Did Cersei, do we know where Cersei put the book?
Cersei.
Or I guess, do I know?
Last we had spoken about it, it was in the secret compartment in the wagon.
Yes.
Like, would I know there? Like, would I be able to check it to make sure it's still there? Or would I have no knowledge of it?
I would leave that to Cersei because this is your wagon. You did make mention that there was a secret compartment in the wagon to your companions. Now, would you have hidden that from Nyoka, the actual location of it?
No, No, I think the hidden compartment is something that everybody knows about. So we can all keep our hidden things there.
Then you may check if you wish, Nyoka.
Yeah, I'll check to make sure the book is still there.
You open the lock. You open the small hatch. And there it is. Untouched.
I close it.
You unfurl that piece of parchment, Nyoka.
Yeah. Yeah, I do.
This is one of your schematics. A formula for some potion or some decoction or other. Bleeding through the ink that has already stained these pages and sort of worn away over time is fresh, new, dark ink. And the ritual for an uncontrolled summoning.
Well, that's a waste of one of my decoctions. Am I familiar with what was required to do a summoning?
All you see on this is that it requires a single piece of chalk.
I could really just take care of this demon right now. Right? Before they even get back, we could go to... Yeah, we could finish this right now. I'll look for a piece of chalk.
This is an alchemist wagon. This is a mage's wagon. I think there's chalk abound. What do you say, Cersei?
Yeah.
Dang, y'all don't be using the chalk, huh?
I mean, I got spares.
You may find a piece of chalk. And Nyoka, you see that you would need to designate, if you were going to do this with people, a chief summoner, but there's only one of you. You would be the summoner. Normally you would call a name into your heart, but you know this creature's name. You would need only to visualize your heart's desire and call her name.
Well, first things first. This preparation. Chalk. Oils. And then to find a somewhat safe place to do a summoning.
You may do this as you leave. You may rent a room at the inn if you wish.
Is there no abandoned barn or empty field?
If you'd like to do this way, that is perfectly acceptable.
Oh, okay.
So you do this. You go off. Find a secluded space. Takes you a little bit of time. You were asleep for a little bit of time as well. Eventually you find what looks like an empty stable near the edge of town. There's nobody here. You can close the doors. clear office space on the wooden floor. A circle is all that's needed.
This isn't a complex spell ritual at all. Well, how much time have passed?
You were asleep for maybe an hour, a little longer, taking time to do this, to find a secluded space, maybe about 20, 30 minutes. It's been about 2 hours since you last saw your friends.
Was I able to find or gather some spectral?
Last session we saw you do that, yes.
Before completing the circle, I'll apply spectral.
You do this.
And if Kura gave me cat soul, I would take that. Not oil potion, a cast potion. I'll take that as well.
Did to you the night before we left.
And yeah. After that's completed, I'll hold on. Let me look at my other potions real quick, making sure. Okay, I'll finish the circle.
You draw the circle. Now this takes, in mechanics wise, this will take you 10 rounds. You draw the circle and stand outside of the circle. The circle is to guide the creature to your ritual. And you dig down, Nyoka. Before you speak its name, what is your heart's desire?
See, that's a tricky question. You talking about in general or in this moment? Because in this moment, my desire is to kill this demon. But if we get into the core of everything, then to destroy the wild hunt. So, you know.
We go deep to your heart. We see, Nyoka, that's what drives you. That's what's been driving you since the beginning. You know what's coming. And you have allies now that can help you with this. But that's your core. You're a witcher. And you know the monsters that are coming. I need you to say her name, Nyoka.
Yanashe.
With your heart's desire, you speak her name. It calls across something dark. The windows slam closed, those wooden shutters covering this space. The door to this place slams closed. And this chalk circle that you've drawn begins to blacken. Shadows in the corners begin to... It becomes silent in this place. Still. Deathly still. Till Nyoka. Viper. We are so very pleased. What do you wish to know?
Can I see this demon?
Give me an awareness roll, please.
The cat's potion gives me a +2 to see through illusions as well.
Go ahead and take a +2.
GM, just a quick question, a quick aside. Those of us who are well versed in the chaos, in the chaos, do we feel a ripple?
Y'all are so far, dog.
I'm gonna kill myself. Amazing. So great and good. Love it here.
We'll get to y'all. Don't even worry about it.
What's that?
I don't know if I want you to.
23.
23. Yeah, Nyoka, you look around this place and then look peering into the shadows. It's moving, it's drifting from space to space. That could explain the distortion of its voice. That could explain the chill that you feel pass over your neck every once in a while as it speaks. It's moving. And finally, as you look around the room and find your eyes resting on a particular corner, it freezes. It's wide smile with deadened teeth and blackened eyes. No eyes. No, there are no eyes. It's just empty sockets. As this gnarled corpse-like creature begins to stand straight. Regal almost, as it folds its hands in front of its chest. No, not its chest. This gaping hole. Open. Closes the door into its chest. Folds its hands in front. Torso fades into a wisp of shadow. Nyoka. What do you wish to learn this day?
How far is it away from me?
Not terribly far. This is a closed
Within
stable.
3 meters.
Absolutely.
I'm not going to say anything to it, but I am going to cast Yurden, which is
Tell me, Yurden.
creates a large magical circle on the ground around me, 3 meter radius. Anything that's steps into the circle takes a negative to speed and reflex equal to the number of stamina I spent until they exit the circle. Incorporeal creatures that enter the circle become corporeal. Lasts 5 rounds. There's no defense.
Understood.
And from my understanding, at most I'm able to spend 2.
Correct.
So
Without hurting yourself, yes.
Yeah. So yeah. Yeah, I'll do that.
Nyoka. Dear boy. It reaches its hand, keeping its left hand over its chest. It reaches its hand out to you, and it continues to reach across the room, growing joints, twisting. And it sort of caresses a finger along the edge of this circle. There's no need to hide from your teacher. What will it be today? What lesson shall I silence the passenger? Shall I tell you the story of the Red Riders? How to sever them? How to tame my book? How to kill an emperor? What knowledge do you seek?
I feel conflicted in this moment. I would like to say that Nyoka would hold fast and continue to strike. But the thoughts of learning more about the Red Riders and the Wild Hunt entices him a lot.
There.
I strike.
You move out of your circle? Or you... It's, again, reaching down, sort of caressing the circle.
Oh, is it correcting my circle? Oh, it's outside the circle. Oh, fuck.
Would
Okay.
you like to... would you like to strike the hand?
If it's inside the circle, yeah. I will strike the hand if it's inside the circle.
You may do this. Go
I'll
ahead,
do
and
that.
we will not bother with initiative just yet. But what we will have you do is let's go through some combat real quick, just for this quick attack. Well, you're aiming for a part. This has to be its arm. So I would like you to roll your weapon attack. Well, first of all, fast or strong?
I'll do fast.
Okay. Roll me your weapon attack, please.
32.
Your first attack is a miss.
Oh, goddamn.
Go ahead and roll me your second of your fast attacks. It will have to spend stamina to dodge this one as well.
Oh, what is it? 7, 18 plus 12 is 30. Oh, I forgot. Hold on. I forgot. My weapon provides +2 accuracy. So it'll be 32 for this one. And 34 if you allow the backtrack, but you know.
Even with the 34, the other one would have missed. The 32 here, however, hits.
Okay, sweet.
So let's go ahead and have your weapon location. We have your attack. Attack is above defense. It's not 7 or above. So go ahead and give me your weapon damage, please.
As well, I have Spectre Oil applied to the blade. So that's, I think, I double check real quick, but it's an additional 5 damage. 15. Yeah, 15 damage. And then it has 30% poison if it takes any poison.
15 damage. Roll. Your body location has already been determined. Applied your modifiers from body, from your, is that including your Spectre Oil and everything, 15?
Spectre Oil will be, yeah, so with Spectre Oil, it'll be 20 damage.
20 damage with all your modifiers. The body location has already been determined. It is its right hand, or its right limb, its arm, that is going to have the damage initially. Sorry, we're going to subtract from the stopping power first. Always mix those two up. So 20, it's stopping power, multiplied by the hit location. It's halved. You take a finger, and the finger dissipates, fading from this life, and it shrinks back. Nyoka. A wayward student gets sent away. Do you need to be sent away? Its fingers drift to the doors on its chest. I come with gifts.
Igni.
Igni?
Nyoka don't talk. Igni.
Go ahead and give me Igni.
Uh, what is it? Just stamina points? Sorry, I'm really unfamiliar with magic. Um,
This
fire
is
does
so. What is the
throws out
dodge? Is
moves.
it dodge? Is a?
Yeah,
Is there
defense is
a
dodge or block,
perfect? Perfect.
and it has a 2 meter cone for range.
Dodge or block? You said.
Yes.
Fire.
Fuck you.
Way go, Ethan.
Yeah, it throws
So I
out a
believe
wave of
this will be-
sparks and fire, which does
This would be your
1d6
spell
damage to
casting.
stimuli. Okay. Has a 50% chance of lighting anything it hits on fire. Okay. It says spell casting, right?
Yes, please.
With that said, though, you said that it's in the corner, right?
Correct.
So theoretically, right, I will be hitting the wooden shed too, right?
You'll be hitting the body, and if it is not hit, possibly yes.
Okay. It is 21.
21.
And yeah, do I need to dump stamina in it before or after doing it?
You would spend the stamina initially, yes.
Okay, then I will spend
2. Unless you want to go more.
oh yeah, I could. Oh yeah, what's the consequences of going more?
Overexertion, you burn your arm, and you could lose. You could also magically fumble and light your whole self on fire.
Can I cast it with my other arm?
You may certainly try. So, how much stamina do you want to? Would you like to overexert?
Well, let's just stick with 2.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll stick with 2.
Okay, we'll stick with 2. Easy enough. You cast this. You said 21.
Yes.
Toward its block roll of 26 as it extends its hands and grips the flame. Naughty students. Perhaps she will be more receptive. And it steps back and fades away. The shadows recede from this place. Nyoka. The light seems to come through the shutters once more. Your chalk outline that circle is gone. There is no mark that you were even here, or that it was.
That was horrible.
Meanwhile, the rest of you have reached the wagon and discovered that Nyoka is gone. Was there any conversation along the way? But then you didn't just see
Can we
any
take a
of that.
break? Can we take an intermission real quick to collect ourselves?
You know what? Absolutely. Let's go ahead and... Hey, gang. Sometimes you need a little bit of a breather. And this is a lesson in game safety and breathing and all that good stuff. So we're going to take this opportunity to take a brief intermission. We hope you've enjoyed thus far. We'll see you guys very shortly after our break, after we've caught our breath a little bit. See you very soon. People linked in destiny will always find each other.
Tell me, what shall I teach you of monsters?
How could we know who the real monsters are? How does one know if they are one?
Monsters are more than just horrid looks and claws and teeth. Monsters are born of deeds done, unforgivable ones.
We fight the monsters so that others can know peace. Peace that we will never know.
So you ready to kill monsters, huh? The question you should ask yourself is, are you willing to become one?
Hello and welcome back. Everyone's fine. We had some water, we used the restroom, we got a snack. We are all good here. How are you? We hope you're doing well. We are back to this episode of Witcher Last Light. And we continue right where we left off. With our trio returning to the wagon and finding that Nyoka is not there. Hello, trio. I turn the scene over to you. What would you like to do?
Right, well, that went about as good as I think it could have.
Honestly, I think it went a little bit better.
Certainly could have been worse. It's something. Perhaps you can get the equipment from another standing army.
Right. Well, yeah, I'm going to, Visha is going to go into the cart and just take a minute, sit down.
What?
And I think if you'll have allowed me to do this before we actually left the, I don't want to call it a castle, it's not really a castle, but like the manor. The man who spoke up, the commoner who spoke up, Visha would have went over to them and just as slyly as possible gave them some coin. Whatever would be appropriate to this area, would have given them some coin. And not said the word thank you, but the expression is of gratitude. And then, with the group.
Go ahead and mark down that you've given away. I'll give you a choice. It's Nilfgaardian florins. How much would you like to have given him?
She would have given 50 florins to the man.
Understood.
Approach as kind of Visha climbs into the wagon. Cersei will do the same. And upon entering, look around, poke her head out to where the horses are, and then retreat back in and say, "Where's Nyoka? Did he say he was going into town and I missed it, or?"
No, but it wouldn't be the first time that he's run off on his own somewhere.
Well, true. Sure, I'll be back soon. In that case, I'm going to neurotically check the secret compartment.
You do this? The book is still there? Do you open it?
No, I have no reason to. I know not what occurred.
Very good.
She just checks, make sure the book's still there. Says, well. Right, I guess. Closes the secret compartment. And reads the missive over one more time. Like, really, really looking at it and seeing what the terms are.
Nilfgaardian soldiers, or the soldiers of Chimera, are pardoned from their duties for an edict given by their duke. Your tour of duty is halted for the time being, until at which point you have completed this task will be displayed as such. And it details the bearers of this missive have a creature that needs to be slayed. The rumor is that it is a dragon. It goes on to explain that you guys will basically get into the details of it. This is detailing as well that any loot, any sort of money that is acquired from the slaying of this beast is theirs to keep on top of their pay as a soldier.
This is much more generous than I had originally thought.
This is
Not a bad deal.
essentially a leave of absence. Like, in modern day terms, this is such a weird situation. In modern day terms, this is like a day pass, like, or a weekend pass. It's taking leave, but your leave is to go fight a dragon.
I'm sure there will be some who will volunteer for the potential of loot. They'll be sorely disappointed when we reason with this thing.
But if they don't have to fight a dragon but got a bit of a reprieve from having to be a part of the war, I don't know that they'll mind.
I don't know about these kinds of people. They might mind. But speaking of that, with our plan, as he was saying to go to them like today or tomorrow, that wasn't really part of the plan though. How are we gonna play this? 'Cause we're still
No.
going to the mages, right?
Yes. I wasn't going to ask for specifics. I imagine he meant go to any outpost that still has soldiers, so perhaps when we are ready to confront this dragon, we can do just that.
Aye, and this missive can prove to whomever else we speak to that there is at least one noble willing to help.
Be an idiot.
True. I think Cersei kind of slumps back in her seat a little bit and allows herself to finally take a breather. She's starting to come down from a small tremble. Nothing major, but a public speaking anxiety sort of thing. So, yeah, she's just essentially letting silence fall over. She's nothing really to say unless there's people have something to say to her.
Kura is just gonna kind of get up to where the reins are and lay down in the seat there. Just wait. Because I'm assuming we're waiting here for Nyoka's return.
We'll settle in for your long wait. Time passes. It's quiet. No one hassles you to move your card or anything like that. Kura. It's you. It's you who feels that twitch as the medallion on your chest begins to shiver and shake.
I would immediately sit up and start looking around.
Awareness roll, please.
20.
20. There are two tall buildings that form an alleyway, with the sun moving through the sky. Closer and closer to sunset, the shadows move. And in the alleyway, not along the floor, you begin to look. Something draws your eye, a flick of the light, perhaps. But something is upside down, sweeping its long fingers around the stones. Grin of dead teeth and sunken, empty eyes. waves its fingers, withdraws.
Guys, gals.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm just gonna point to wherever that was in the alleyway. Are you guys like poking your head out, or are you just saying yes from the wagon?
I'm poking my head out.
I'll also poke my head out.
It's gone.
Do we see anything? Okay. What?
What do you?
Did I see it the other night in Westworld's room?
You saw Westworld.
Too good.
Who is sound asleep because he was sound asleep in the wagon currently. Because just for the viewer's sake, I fucking hate DM NPCs. He's sleeping. He's sleeping right now.
It's an empty alleyway.
No, there was
What?
a thing there, and I'm going.
Wait, Kara! And then I will clamber out of the wagon, following after my sister. What thing? What were you seeing?
I must interrupt very quickly. Nyoka, when last we left you, you were alone in that stable. Were you hurrying back, or are you strolling back, or are you remaining alone? Where are you currently? Just out of curiosity, so I might know when to insert you if you are so inclined.
Yeah, I will be making my way back. I'm not running back or anything like that, but I'm also not lollygagging, so.
Understood. I'll let you know when you reach your friends. Please continue.
I would like to peer into the alleyway with my magic eyes. I'm kidding. I can roll magical training to detect specters or magic in use as in place of awareness.
By all means.
What were you seeing?
Has the medallion stopped? Still glowing.
It doesn't glow, it just shakes.
I'm just
Yeah, it
gonna
continues
kind of
to do
hold
so.
it and let it, like, shake to you. I don't know.
It could mean
It's some
anything.
creature. I don't know. That's why
Okay,
I'm going.
what did it look like?
I don't know, some spooky ass skeleton looking thing. Made of darkness.
Your roll, Cersei.
28.
28. You look down into the alleyway. You just said you wanted to go look down.
Yeah, she doesn't like enter the alleyway or anything, but she looks. Peers
In
into it.
place of awareness, you look your eyes down and you almost smell it. This acrid, damp scent. Find yourself turning around. There's no alleyway behind you. You are standing in the precipice of one. As you turn down the street, across the street, there is no alley. There's just a simple building. And there's not really a whole lot of space for to hide, but in the shadow of this building, there is a creature now standing upright. Its face tilted in a smile. Its fingers almost reaching the ground from its long arms. Its left hand holding the door on its chest closed, the horrible, dry, corpse-like visage and its sunken eyes smile at you. It gives a bow before retreats around the corner of the building.
I see it. But
See-
it's moving too fast.
What is it?
The
Sure
thing we
is.
saw.
Full sprinting now.
Give me
In-
what's Arrhythmia and Intelligence awareness, Kura. Or I'm sorry, not Kura. Visha, apologies, twins.
What's
as to Visha as Kura runs past thing we saw in Westworld's room.
Okay. You want me to do an awareness?
Yes, please.
Okay. 26.
You are in the
I
wagon,
exploded.
yes.
I followed after Kura. So I'm actually outside of the wagon.
Understood. Poking, where you would poke your head out, you kind of look around, looking from the alleyway to this corner of this building. You look back to the wagon, peering from outside of the wagon. Big smiling, dead-toothed creature as it withdraws.
Oh my god. Kura, as Kura's like running, Visha grabs the back of her armor essentially and points towards the wagon. And she's going to begin heading that way with the preparation of. She's going to use it's a spell. It sharpens senses. I don't know if that'll help me, but she's going to sharpen her senses in this moment since it seems to be bouncing around a lot.
Detail sharpen senses from me.
So sharpen senses allows you to heighten the sensitivity of your sight, smell, and hearing. Upon casting the spell, you immediately gain the benefits of night vision and scent tracking and have a +2 to awareness checks. However, if you are subjected to bright light or very loud noise, you suffer staggered condition. And this uses 2 stamina from me. And it lasts for 30 minutes.
Understood. You do this, and it is bright out here, Visha. It's difficult to you kind of have to wince a bit. But you hear a think.
It's taking the book. It's taking the book. Cersei.
Oh fuck. Yeah, Cersei runs back towards the wagon.
Did I hear? You grabbed me as I was like running, so I heard Cersei tell her it was the thing from Westwood's room, right?
Mm-hmm.
So as I'm running back to the wagon, I'm gonna chug my cat's potion.
Do this. You run to the wagon. It's not terribly far. It's a few steps. Swing the doors open again, the back of the wagon exposed, and this creature, folded over itself, looms over the compartment. Looks down at you all. Hello.
God. Is it clutching at the grimoire?
Hasn't touched it yet. Let's be patient. We wouldn't want anything to happen. Points at Westworld, who is sleeping. Let's be patient.
Question. Heightened senses. I am looking around the wagon itself. Do I see any evidence of chalk having been taken? I'm an alchemist and I'm familiar with these things in this fucking wagon.
Yes, this is an unfamiliar wagon, but give me a wits awareness, please. Nyoka! You are not running, but not lollygagging towards your friends. They seem a little bit upset about something that's going on in the wagon.
22.
22. Difficult to tell. Maybe. But you don't know where the chalk is kept. I'm going to say that you don't really know for sure.
Okay. Visha is going to step up. So she's sort of at the lip of the wagon here. And she kind of has her hands up. Yes, we should be patient. Wouldn't want to make any hasty movements. Her body is...
Girl.
Her body is positioned so that she is essentially inching towards Westworld.
It's quite far. I just wanted to see that it was well maintained for my own eyes. Well done, Miss Evelyn.
It's been in safe hands.
Indeed. I do so tire of mages keeping dusty tomes on their library shelves. Witchers are getting interesting, however.
There's
Nyoka, you may reach the wagon if you wish.
Do I get a sense of like hostility, tension? I mean, Visha had their hands raised or something.
I
Yeah.
would
You
say
know.
that your group looks a little tense. A wee bit.
Can I? Oh, another question. Does my Witcher medallion goes off at all?
Yes, the moment I believe you're within 15 meters of it, 20 meters of it. Point being, yes.
Can I go into stealth?
Like it's like a button. Absolutely. Go ahead and give me a stealth roll.
While he's doing that, I have a question myself.
Sure.
So this is a magical phenomenon. This is really the wording for magic training rolls is really vague. So what I'm asking is, can I roll magic training to deduce if I can use dispel to banish this creature?
Go ahead and give me that roll.
27.
27.
20,
Understood.
29.
27 for you, Nyoka. As far as you're concerned, as far as everyone is concerned right now, until there is a cause for awareness from your friends, you don't see Nyoka yet. And this creature's in the wagon, so I'm not even going to warrant it a roll. So you are unseen. For 20, you said 29, Cersei?
Mhm.
A dispel would not banish it. It's here. It's physical. It's not a looming threat. It's not a invisible force organizing books. It's not a whisper in your ear. It's here. And there's no circle. There's no sphere. There's nothing to banish. It's just a creature now. And it's looming over your grimoire and Westworld. I just wanted to see it for myself. It's been so long.
Saw it. It's well taken care of.
But still unused. So much potential over the years gone to waste. Mages.
We have no business with you. You see that it's well taken care of. It has been used. If that's all you wish to know, then leave.
You have no business with me. They. It splits its fingers. One of them is severed, you can see. Points. See its fingers at Visha and Kura. Two halves, one whole, separate ambitions, but ambition nonetheless. To slay a dragon, to save your sister. To be a hero. To prove them wrong. You seek knowledge.
Lost a finger.
poor Steve, all horns.
A recent loss.
A small snake bite.
Esti, is it fair to say that that is all Visha
Yeah.
needs to know?
Her back goes ramrod straight and her eyes narrow.
I see. Poor student indeed.
Ooh, I want to do something, but I'm scared. Jesus. Oh, doing this would fuck people up. Go ahead, you go. You go.
I want nothing from you.
No. Nothing. No dragon slayer in your bloodline. No secret signs to teach a witcher. No gifts of knowledge for the weak, Griffin.
I'm not stupid enough to trust you.
I offer knowledge to those who seek me. I'll not force this on you. But I know amongst you there is desire.
That is aching. Her mind is going 1,000 miles a minute, trying to figure out a way to trap this thing, to put it in a jar, do something to lessen the threat. And she realizes she doesn't have anything.
It needn't be this way. But simply wish me well, and I will be on my way in. I'll allow you to keep my book. For now, there will be a time when I require its contents again. Shall we part as friends?
Be well.
And you, Miss Kamari. Steps away from Witzel. Draws behind the cod. Dissipates smaller than it should be able to form. It is gone.
Immediately go to check Westworld.
He is unconscious. Doesn't seem to be harmed. His breathing is kind of shallow.
I think Visha's knees kind of go weak and she kind of slams into the side of the wagon for a moment before sliding to the floor, and her eyes are just wide.
Percy lets out a ragged breath and kind of unbuckles her capelet so she can breathe. And says, Nyoka summoned. Summoned.
Yes.
That's had to have been what happened.
Nyoka,
He
do you make
left
yourself
some-
known? I'll take that as a no. Understood.
The fool. Left and summoned it.
Wezreld seems okay at least.
Is
Kura's gonna
Nyoka?
sit on the back of the wagon.
I'm fine.
There stands Nyoka.
Why?
I may have underestimated.
A witcher, if I'm understanding this correctly, underestimating a demon, a being we have so little knowledge about.
Well,
Why are we yelling?
Why didn't you just wait? We talked about this. We had a plan.
What's happened?
I'll.
Nyoka
I don't-
summoned the demon. That's what's happening.
What?
You heard me.
Yes, I summoned it.
I need a moment. And I want to do something, but it would be kind of shitty, so I'm not gonna do that. Instead, she's just gonna kind of walk off in the light, making sure she's in sunlight. But she's gonna walk a yard down, a block down the road, just because the thing about Cersei is she doesn't like being angry. She doesn't like showing people she's angry. That's not polite.
Do this. Wezreld speaks up and says, I don't understand. What happened exactly?
Is he talking to me or to the group?
Talking to you?
Oh. I slept. Dreams happened. I secured a place and I summoned it in order to fight it.
Did it speak to you? Did it entice you?
Enticed me with stories of the wild hunt, knowledge and power, and that's all it did. I believe I was able to land a hit on it, but after a few short moments, it retreated.
And it came here and used you as a hostage while you slept.
That part was to be expected, I suppose.
I don't know how to fight a demon. I have no way to protect us.
What happened? What happened then? Did it flee?
It wished us well and left. But it will be back.
Maybe it won't. Maybe it doesn't want to fight. Maybe it doesn't want to even engage with us anymore.
No, it
Now that
does.
it's-
It does.
Instead, it would maybe one of you all would be more inclined.
Wanted
So
to
long.
part as friends.
So long as you have desires for knowledge, it'll always come back. And we have its grimoire, which eventually it intends to use and take. It is free now. And with us heading to a school of mages, it is not just us that it can tempt. I don't know what to do.
Well,
I don't think there's anything we can do.
I know there's not much I could say, but I'll do what I can to fix what I did.
Hi. Visha is going to climb out of the wagon, and she is going to pull out one of her cigarettes, essentially, and she is going to begin smoking it. And she's staring off into middle distance, haunted because she knows she would do anything to protect her sister. And she realizes that she is a liability to her sister now.
While this goes on, Cersei,
Yes.
what are you doing while you're alone?
I think Cersei has found a quiet street, like bench or at the steps of some public building to sit on. And her hand is flexing because she can just leave. So her hand flexes and she says, I can just go. I can go home. I don't have to do this. And then it tenses back into a fist and she says, no, that I made a commitment that I need to see through. And it's that over and over until finally she sighs, throwing her head back, look up at the sky. And I mean, there's really not a whole lot she can do aside from try to then go into, okay, well, if I have to stay, I have to fix it. So how can I fix it? We could go to Gwyson Hall. We can tell them about what's happening. Perhaps they know binding spells, banishing spells, consecration spells. But then that will require a trade. Okay, what would the trade be? And it's going down a spiral of potential scenarios and alternative to those scenarios until finally it's too much, especially after the anxiety of essentially doing her first foray into politicking in many years at this point. The anxiety is too much, and I think she stifles like a cry, not a outward cry like a yelp or anything, but like crying. like just from the anxiety of everything. And obviously how terrifying that encounter was on top of everything else. Just the imagery of it. There's not a whole lot that she can do or say or think, as everything kind of just meshes together in a loud cacophony in her head.
We'll revisit you very shortly. So we peek in on Kura.
Kura has not moved. She is still sitting on the back of the wagon, just staring at the ground. And its words are playing repeat in her mind. All the things that she doesn't know that she needs. She does need to know these things. But she can't trust it. And trying to think of questions to ask the mages because she doesn't know. Just anger and frustration. Angry at Nyoka, frustrated at herself.
And we'll get back to all of you as well. Nyoka? What are you up to in this moment?
I guess I'm around the cart. Just hanging out, a little shamed, but more so, he's running back everything that did happen in the stable and talking. Questions come to mind because realistically, to him, this is how you learn. These are how journals of the old witchers were made, by risking life to gain experience and passing on those experience for the next generation to do the same. So maybe it's a process to reassert not necessarily the positive, but the beneficial aspects of what he did. But he does realize his actions might have caused more deaths than it would have before. So he would sit and contemplate near the wagon. He will be writing down his interactions in his own journal.
Understood. We'll get back to this main group very, very shortly. Cersei, your twiddling of your fingers is interrupted. Someone takes a seat next to you. Can't be too mad at him, really.
Oh, I can, but it's fine, it is what it is. He's trying to...
Oh.
She went to start to clasp her thing back together, but she's fumbling with it.
Wesrel speaks up and says, I mean, you can, but the part of the issue is that we all experienced last night how tempting it can be. And he's playing it off, but I have inkling that it might have enticed him more than he's really explaining.
Maybe, perhaps. I just now it needs to be fixed. And that requires so many moving parts.
Well, yes.
I didn't feel any temptation aside from the primal pull that it entices, but I don't understand that.
Because you tasted happiness. Miss Evelyn, that you were content. I don't think Nyoka's ever truly been content. And for that matter, I can understand. If not him, I think it would have been me. So maybe I'm giving him too much grace, but I don't think that he, don't think he did it out of enticement. I think that's what lured him in, and he realized how dangerous it could be. And then he wanted to fix the issue. And he's so used to doing things on his own. It's a struggle that we've had, the four of us, thus far. I wouldn't have stolen your book or summoned it to try to fix the issue. I would have done it to be selfish. I think that Kura and Visha may have done the same. I think that you may be the only one of us that would have been able to resist its call.
Well, if that's the case. And I suppose we need to have a broader conversation amongst us and figure out what the end goal is for this book.
Maybe. It can come in time. But I, in truth, didn't come to, petition for Nyoka. Though I do see his side of things. But I know the look of someone who wants to run. Just came to ask if you would stay.
Why are you asking me? I mean, you know I'm going to.
Because one should never assume.
No, I would love to go home. I'm tired already. But I said I would help. And now with this, I figure my expertise will be handy, I suppose.
As I said, I just wanted to ask the question.
Well, I appreciate it. Then you not assuming. I've never been one to run from a problem. But you're right. I was content. Maybe that's my temptation.
You have more insight into yourself than most.
Well, that could be taken one of two ways. I'll take it as a compliment.
As it was meant. I think we're going to be fine. I think we have some time
if it decided to leave on its own before it takes interest in us again. And if I might offer advice to the whole of the group, dwelling on evils that a creature out of your control might commit just distracts from the cause. Dwelling on the evils that are outside of our grasp will drive us mad.
True. I've done my share of dwelling, so I can definitely attest to that. She lets out a big exhale and clasps her capelet back together, straightens herself out. Well, like I said, it is what it is. We move forward.
Indeed.
I should probably...
Please.
I was going to say we should probably return so we can be off.
I can allow you... I would warn, I don't need to allow you anything. Not that... I mean... You don't have to... I don't need... You don't need my permission to, I can leave you be if you'd like for a moment to just... I realize I've interrupted your thinking, but I just wanted to be sure that, we weren't, going to lose you. So I just, you don't need to come with me. I'm going to go back to the wagon. You can feel free to join us, whenever you... We'll see you soon. And he begins to walk away.
And I think what happens is as he begins to walk away, she'll stand, straighten her skirt out, and say, "It's good that she did interrupt me. Wasn't a fun spiral to be in, and I might have gone home, so I appreciate it." And she'll walk with him.
You walk together. Rewinding time just a moment. As you all linger near the wagon, someone calls out to the three of you. Pardon. Wanted to catch your attention.
You have it?
Walking up to you all is a well-fed gentleman, not entirely overweight, just a little bit puffiness in his cheeks. As well, he has some finery on, and the dark cloaks and the belts are of fine make, you can see. As well, he has several rings along his fingers. He moves, and there's a gold chain that clinks as he walks. I don't mean to interrupt your, whatever this is, but, I wanted to speak with you all about your endeavor. I was listening to you speak. You made your petition.
Didn't catch your name in there. Who are you?
Oh, forgive me. I am Vittorio, Lord Vittorio. But that is not of great importance. What is, of import is, you all look so dour after receiving your missive.
Other
Isn't-
issues.
It wasn't exactly what we wanted from the Duke, but can't have it all, as they say.
Ah, see, that is where I come into play. I am in the habit of indulging in it all.
I see. So you come to make an offer?
Indeed. Our good Duke is only inclined to offer you the soldiers that would be fighting for Nilfgaardian freedom and justice, what have you. I've come to offer you something a bit more. And perhaps better than men, I think.
I'm listening.
Funding. Sponsorship.
Huh.
If coin is not enough to bring a smile to your face, I don't know what would be.
Ooh, she wants to not smile, but she kind of does. She smirks a little bit. Funding is useful. What is the cost of your patronage?
The cost of my patronage. Only words. You see, I'm not a, my word doesn't carry weight in Gamera. Not as much as I would like. I'm, looked down on a bit. Newer to this, entitlement. I've always had fine taste, even when I was a boy. But, no, the nobility is reluctant to accept me just yet. I don't come from Gamera, you see.
I can tell by your accent.
Ah, good ear you have. But I'd like to make my home here. And these people, they are a bit gruff. You see? They only really respect strength, true raw strength. What I would like to offer you is the chance to pay for your soldiers, to pay your way, to buy your army if need be. To an extent, I still need my own coin to live on, you see, and food is not cheap here in Gamera. He taps his belly.
Aye.
And as for the cost of my patronage, I just need my name on the warband. I need it known that Lord Vittorio helped sponsor the slaying of a dragon, the banishing of an evil from this place. That I aided in Nilfgaard's success, in Nilfgaard's glory. I could seat myself quite well at that point, you see.
So you mean to carry a blade with us?
Oh, goodness, no. I mean to just sponsor you, so that you may buy the blades you need. I will be remaining behind. You see, I have it on good authority. As good authority as I can. That your dragon is real. I pay for a good number, a company of bards and storytellers, you see. And I think it's as you say, or as you said, all stories are rooted in truth.
Has Cersei and Westworld returned to the?
I would
to the group?
say at this point, yeah, probably coming back now to this strange man, talking with a flourish and just kind of, patting his stomach and doing all of this with his hands, for you to see, Cersei.
We have a visitor.
Lord Vittorio. He is a foreign a foreigner who
A
has made his
dignitary,
home
as of
here.
all things, and a nobleman looking to find a new place to live, preferably here in Gamera. You did quite well, Miss. I didn't catch your name up there, actually.
Aveline.
Aveline. I did catch your name. I just forgot it.
Well, now that we are acquainted, what business have you with us? I'm sorry, I was off. I can think of something else.
He's offering
I'll let
money
your friends
to
tell you the
secure
good
his
news.
place. not amongst the soldiers, but as assistance for helping us.
It's to make a name off of us killing a dragon.
For the glory of Nilfgaard, as they say.
Well, of course. You would offer, I'm assuming, a sponsorship then, so that we may buy swords, is what I'm understanding.
Indeed, so that you may pay your soldiers, entice them to deal. Now, I understand some people have a certain disposition or an opinion of sell swords, and I understand it to a degree. But if we can entice the soldiers with a little bit of extra pay, I think that would be very good.
Isha kind of like, she's looking at the group, but she's looking at Cersei and kind of raises her brow like he's not wrong.
Kura's trying to figure out how much a ballista costs.
Same wavelength, yes. Well, you're correct. It would be more enticing than just volunteer work for the glory of the Empire, I suppose. I am inclined to accept your offer. How much would we be starting with?
Well, that really depends on how much you need. I've gathered up, and we would need to speak about the particulars somewhere. I think we could have a drink. Where I come from, we do business over wine.
Kindred spirits, then. I hail from Toussaint.
A lovely place. I was going to set up a business there, and things kind of fell short. But Gamera is the land is cheap.
Shall we meet you somewhere more accommodating then?
Yes, please. There is a tavern I'd like to frequent. It's the Raven's Claw, the Raven's Rook, Raven's something.
I'm sure we can find it.
Excellent. I'll meet you there tonight if that is all right with me. I usually take my meal there. Drinks are on me, as is food. Please, it's my pleasure.
Very generous. Thank you. We'll meet you there shortly.
Hey, ST.
Yes.
Visha's from the hood. I'm looking at this man, and I would like to do a human perception. I'm looking for where's the catch, where's the trick, the con. It's strange to her that this nobleman's like, yeah, meet me at a tavern, and not like a noble being like, come to my grand manor. You know what I'm saying? Or like, there's a certain kind of grandiosity that she expects from nobles, and the fact that he's not doing that, he's giving her pirate, so she's perceiving.
Sure. Go ahead and give me human perception. Let's see if you can just. This is kind of like a bullshit meter.
Yeah.
Not full
28.
lie detector. 28. Yeah, he doesn't seem used to having money. You don't know what tavern he's talking about, really. But if he's frequenting and taking his meal at a tavern, he's either one, truly, like he said, not set up a noble estate just here yet, and is like really kind of having a hard time doing so, or is incredibly new to money and is just not used to like dining alone. There's a certain difference between like in this time period, in this place, in this era. You know, as a farmer, you dine with your family. As a commoner within the city, you can dine with your family. But most, single people that are just alone, they tend not to sit at home and eat alone. That's weird. This is, you go to your tavern, you go hang out with your friends, the people you work with, the people you bullshit with. It's a very European thing to do, to just sit and drink and eat with people. Nobles, on the other hand, have, ew, the rabble, get away from me. He's not like that. He's very much, he didn't even approach you like announcing all his
titles. Lord Vittorio, Lord of what? What does that mean? Is it a last name? Is it your first name? What is this?
Yeah.
He approached you just kind of like, hey, gang, you want to make some money? It's very much like he's not used to having money. He clearly has it. He's just not used to it.
Yeah. Bisha peeps all that. I think her eyes even travel to his hands, and he has a bunch of rings, but he doesn't have a wedding ring. So she's like, he's definitely single. He is hanging out at taverns and stuff. And I
Drawing-
think if you'll allow, can that 28 also give me a placement of his accent, where he's originally from?
Sure. Drawing attention, first of all, to his hands and where those rings, you see 1, no wedding ring, and then 2, his pinkies are bare. He bears no signet ring. As far as his accent at 28, not from the continent. Not anywhere near here.
Okay.
Maybe if you had to guess, further north than the northern kingdoms.
Interesting. Yeah, Visha's of the mind that either this is a man who acquired his wealth in a dastardly way and then ran, but he is not of like a, noble bloodline or, anything like that. So she's like, I think her expression goes from like guarded to don't bullshit a bullshitter, like she just instantly locks in on that and says, right, well, we'll be seeing you there then.
Indeed, I'll make my way there now. I hope to see you very soon. I'm going to tuck in. I don't want to be rude, but I'm quite hungry, so I'm going to, and I was listening to petitioners all day. You can't believe the bore of it all. And he kind of gives a small bow and says, I hope to see you very soon. Let us dine, let us drink wine, hopefully strike a bargain. Rights himself and kind of holds his stomach as he walks away. A little bit of a jump in his step.
Right. Well, he's not just not from around here, he's not from the continent. Somewhere up north. Further north.
Not from the continent. Huh.
He doesn't have signet rings. So Lord of what?
No wonder he wants to skyrocket his sway.
And I'm willing to bet he's running from something. Trying to establish himself somewhere and get enough power that whomever he has acquired his newly found wealth from won't test his power.
Do we truly plan on meeting him for dinner?
It's a free meal. He said drinks and food was on him.
Don't have to accept anything we don't want to.
Well, given past experiences with nobles that want to increase their standing and having 2 witchers at the table is something to be aware of.
One thing he was right about, though, those soldiers. You'll get maybe 1 or 2 that'll want to join for goodwill. But others are going to need a stronger incentive. Could be of use.
Also, commission those ballistas.
Precisely.
That's where my head was at.
Who knows? Could make himself a name amongst the people. Pays people here to make those ballistas. They might look upon him favorably. There's much in it for him.
Oh, I suppose we shouldn't keep him waiting, or I am quite hungry, so.
Aye. Visha is going to get back into the wagon. And I think there is a moment in her mind where she considers everything that has happened and the threats now posed, added on to what already existed. She looks at her sister, and I think she begins to think maybe she should have never came back into Kura's life.
With that ominous thought, as we're going to end today's episode of Witcher Last Light. Thank you all so much for being here. Thank you so much for playing. And thank all of you for watching. Remember to take a breath. Take care of yourselves. We'll see you all next time. Same time, same place. Same heroes. We'll see you then.